Y'all, Yo Gotti is spiraling right now because the scandal that wrecked his relationship with Angela Simmons just came back around and hit even harder. The streets have been whispering for months that he was creeping with GloRilla, and whether he admitted it or not, Angela clearly believed it enough to walk away and leave him hanging. But here's where it gets messy because GloRilla just soft brand new men, and the timing could not be more humiliating for Yo. Both fans are already piecing it together. They're saying that this is her way of confirming everything without even having to say a word. Now Angela's over here clowning him like she's got the ultimate revenge. And Yo Gotti looks like he's breaking down while the internet eats it all up. But the wild part, people are convinced that this is only the beginning because Angela might still have some more to say that could drag him even deeper. So let's break it down. Y'all, everybody was expecting Gotti to pop up with GloRilla as his new boo, but we never expected the drama that actually played out. Now, everybody knows that the fans have been suspected for a minute now that these two have been secretly sneaking around. So imagine how shook we were when GloRilla popped out with a new man and he was not Gotti. She posted a video of her cheese and hard and wrote, a whole mama Maybach. Not some flowers, not a little cake with congrats on it, but a $200,000 luxury SUV with a giant red bow on top. And GloRilla jumped on Instagram, grinning ear to ear, thanking him like he had just changed her life. She was smiling so hard it looked like more of an engagement than a birthday gift. And fans wasted no time flooding the comments. People were flat on saying this wasn't normal CEO and artist energy. This was something way deeper. And just when people thought the noise couldn't get any louder, Gotti doubled down. And this time it wasn't a car. It was an 18-karat Audemars Baguette Royal Oak $65,000 shining on a wrist. That move wasn't just him spoiling an artist. That was him flexing on the gram and on the whole industry, and letting everybody who knew that he was willing to drop some serious money on the glower.
Did it? He just do that one, did it? Hey! He didn't do that one, did it, got it? Hey! Stop playing! What, bitch, I'm Maybach shouted now. Home talk to me nice.
A whole mama Maybach. Not some flowers, not a little cake with congrats on it, but a $200,000 luxury SUV with a giant red bow on top. And GloRilla jumped on Instagram, grinning ear to ear, thanking him like he had just changed her life. She was smiling so hard it looked like more of an engagement than a birthday gift. And fans wasted no time flooding the comments. People were flat on saying this wasn't normal CEO and artist energy. This was something way deeper. And just when people thought the noise couldn't get any louder, Gotti doubled down. And this time it wasn't a car. It was an 18-karat Audemars Baguette Royal Oak $65,000 shining on a wrist. That move wasn't just him spoiling an artist. That was him flexing on the gram and on the whole industry and letting everybody who knew that he was willing to drop some serious money on the glower. But look, you don't just drop M-backs and diamond watches on somebody unless there's something serious going on. And fans started noticing the signs and asking if there was strictly business or if there was more to the story. But that's not all, because fans also noticed that every time Gotti talks about GloRilla, it's not like he's just bragging about his top talent, but also like a man genuinely proud of the woman he's backing. And it wasn't just about them presents. He showed up in person too. At her birthday party in Memphis, he performed right there with her, cheering her on like her biggest fan. This wasn't some quiet behind-the-scenes label move. He was making it crystal clear to everyone that he was fully invested in her and wasn't hiding it. So at this point, fans were almost sure that he and GloRilla were doing something behind the scenes. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, even though he was still with Angela Simmons at the time. And that was what made the situation messy. I mean, y'all remember how Gotti spent years chasing after Angela Simmons because he was so convinced that she was the love of his life. He went on and on about how she was the woman for him, and he went through a whole lot of stress and trouble just to make her his woman. He even wrote songs for her and all that mushy stuff. But for many years, it seemed like he was barking up the wrong tree because it didn't seem like she was all that interested at first. However, he finally managed to bag her in 2023, and they finally confirmed that they were in fact a couple. They went on Instagram official when Angela posted this picture of them together with the caption, "You all I need and more." And y'all, Angela was down bad for the man. She wasn't shy about talking about her feelings and saying stuff like, I love him. I'm happy. I'm in a great relationship. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm cool. I learned in life just to go with the pace of where you at. I just don't think anything. You don't have to rush anything. When things are meant to happen, they happen. She also referred to him as her inspiration when she said, "I just feel like he's one of my biggest inspirations. We just get each other. He's a hustler. I love watching him. He inspires me to do better, be better, and I'm really happy about him. I think he's a great person. Not think I know." But unfortunately, it didn't take long before Yo Gotti started to act up. For somebody who had been obsessing over Angela for that long, he certainly didn't do a good job at keeping her. But that's not long after they went public. Gossip of the city spilled the tea, saying either Gotti and Angela broke up or she getting cheated on because he was with his nurse boo in Vegas last weekend at the Aria Hotel. However, Angela took Gotti back after he went all out for her birthday. According to reports, Gotti splashed out nearly $500,000 on an over-the-top maze accessories for his girlfriend of almost 2 years. Among the luxurious gifts was the Crocodile Himalaya Kelly Birkin bag worth nearly $300,000 and a matching diamond Himalayan watch worth about $100,000, said the insider. She was absolutely stunned when she opened the gifts. No. This source added that Gotti loves to go all out for Angela and her birthday. He's very thoughtful when it comes to gift giving and wanted to give her presents that were both unique and very hard to source. However, the good times didn't last because allegedly Gotti started to act up again because word on the streets is that Angela started feeling like she was the only one putting in real effort. One insider spilled, Angela felt like she was giving more than she was getting back. Gotti's schedule was nonstop and she began to feel like she wasn't a priority. So when the whole thing with him and GloRilla started and fans started talking about how they were probably sneaking around, Angela did not take it well. This fan put it clear when she tweeted they effing. Well, Angela made it clear herself that she was not about to let him keep playing in her face and she dumped him publicly. She wrote, "I want what wants, me in life in all areas. What flows, flows. What goes, goes." And according to an insider, the breakup was because of Gotti's alleged affair with GloRilla. And it was the last straw for Angela, and she had to walk away, especially because this wouldn't have been the first time of him reportedly cheating, and they have been having some issues. But him possibly cheating on her with Glo was the last straw. The insider said, Angela is not the type to get all jealous and insecure. That's just not her vibe. But at the same time, she's not dumb either. She's not going to ignore little red flags, even if it's just rumors floating around. She just wanted more, more reassurance, more of his time, more effort from Gotti. But to her credit, Angela chose to move on gracefully, and she didn't throw shade at Gotti or speak badly about him, even though she definitely could have. In an interview with Angela Ye, she chose to keep it civil. Speaking of the breakup, she said, "Not by choice, but I respect him. Some stuff is better left unsaid. Again, much love and respect to him. He's doing his thing. I'm happy for him." Are you guys together still, or?
Are you guys together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No. Aw.
Yeah. Not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love.
It's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended? Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. I had to make a decision. But I think there's a certain level of what I can share and would share publicly, you know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as details, I would just never.
It's not your style.
Nah, I'm just not that girl. I'm just not that girl ever to share that much more. Other than we're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, I could have probably been in and out of 4 or 5 other relationships people would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever. And I just wouldn't speak on it.
Really?
Because some stuff is just better left unsaid, I feel like. So I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
I know.
But I understand that.
I just, again, like, much love and respect to him, and just like, he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there heartbreak involved?
My feelings were involved.
Your feelings, yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships, because I get really invested, and I'm like in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, which means like I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings, it didn't feel good.
That's while all this was going on, it was just like God couldn't care less. And this isn't surprising, because he thought he had GloRilla on lock, and then they were going to be the next best thing in hip-hop. But with GloRilla a curve in him for her new boo, let's just say he isn't exactly finding being so funny right now. Blogs are buzzing that God is trying to make his way back into Angela's good graces. He's calling, sending flowers, and even leaning on mutual friends to help smooth things over. And some sites are reporting that he's been all over her Instagram, liking old posts, which in 2025 basically screams, "I miss you." But the internet, of course, is eating it up, and some people are straight up clowning him, saying he went from chasing his dream girl to crawling back in full embarrassment, and others are telling Angela to air him out, calling it nothing more than a desperate ex move. And then there are some hopeless romantics who are still rooting for him, pointing out that he spent years chasing her, so maybe he deserves a second chance. But no matter how you slice it, it's definitely wild to watch, because Gotti went from looking like a confident boss who had his dream girl to someone stumbling and fumbling in front of everybody, and the world just can't stop watching and kind of laughing. But here's the thing. Fans are convinced that the timing of GloRilla's soft launch with her new boo is very sus, brutal almost. And fans immediately started connecting the dots, saying this was her way of distancing herself from Gotti. I mean, what better way to get him off your back than go in public with the new man, y'all? Gotti is looking very, very bad in this. And just because Angela is too classy to drag him doesn't mean that she's not enjoying him getting humiliated. People online are saying that she's out here clowning, making it clear that she's moved on, and that God's attempts to swoop back and aren't impressing nobody. And the internet is loving every second, with some fans taking his side, some siding with Angela, and others just reveling in the mess. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Gotti went from looking like the man in control to somebody caught in the middle of public drama that he just can't walk away from. And that's where we're at, y'all. Yo, Gotti went from the guy who had it all, Angela Simmons by his side, GloRilla in the mix, living a dream, to somebody fumbling in front of the whole entire internet. He spent years chasing Angela, went all out with gifts and songs and grand gestures. And yet here he is watching GloSoft launch her new man, with the mic drop in his face. And Angela isn't saying much at all, but you can bet she's enjoying that show, letting God's attempts to swoop back and crash and burn in real time. So what's the lesson, y'all? Timing is everything, and the internet definitely never forgets. So Yawadi's empire flexes, luxury gifts, and public moves couldn't save him from looking desperate. And fans are merciless, dissecting every moment. From Mama Mbacks to Audemars to Instagram likes, the whole saga has exposed him in ways nobody could have predicted. But the wild part, this ain't over. People are convinced that there's more tea to spill, more receipts to drop, and more moments where Gotti is going to get clowned even harder. And one thing is clear, what started as a love story turned into a full-blown public drama. And yo, Gotti is right in the middle of it, trying to hold on to what's already gone. And that internet is watching. The fans are talking. And honestly, we are all just here for the mess. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and then check out this next video.